Hello everyone, welcome to Deadly Games. Sorry for the absence, but today we're going to jump right into it. I started painting my zombie dragon, and I decided I'm going to do exposed flesh. But how to do it? So as you can see, we have this giant chunk of meat here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Blood Angels Red contrast paint, and I'm going to apply it to that real quick. Like so. It's a little light to start, but trust me, the next few steps will increase the brightness of, the darkness of this effect. Alright, now, while that rotten muscle's drying, I'm going to show you how to do the rotten flesh on it. A good green rotten flesh. So what we're going to start with is Bones Master Colors Green Liner. What we do with that is we mix it with a hint of water, and we have it slide over the non-muscle portions of the dragon. And as you can see, I already started with some of it. You're going to want a 1-1 mix of water and this to create the perfect rotten mixture. Alright, so pardon music. So the next step is I'm going to take Celestra Gray and mix a 1-1 solution of Celestra Gray with that green solution of the Reaper. Not the watery stuff, just a little bit, so that I can take it here and highlight the flesh with it. Yeah, you can see this makes a really good sickly color for zombies and other forms of undead, or maybe just a really sick looking person. I think during the winter we've all seen someone this shade of sickliness before. But I mentioned months ago I would do this, and I just hadn't gotten around to it, so now I'm doing it. I'm just recording it for all your viewing and painting pleasure. Alright, next up, we are going to mix White Scar with Prismatic Color Paint's Bloody Red to highlight the muscles. This is a 1-1 mixture. Alright, with that, we just highlight the high raised spots of the muscles. You may not see it, it might take a couple coats, but do it until you can see at least a hint of pink on all the muscles. As you can see, it's the more ideal side of the two, but we want something similar to this. After that is done and dry, we're gonna mix Blood Angels Red with a 1-1 mix of Black Legion and that. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna mix it. So first, we go to there, drag them together and swirl them around, and then take a dollop of water and get that mixture. After that's done, apply directly to muscles. If too dark, then continue to dilute it for your liking, whatever you want. This is perfect for me. So and you'll see the pink highlights start to shine through as this thing dries up more. As you can see now, the muscle has got a good definition to it. Just gonna wait a minute for that to dry, about an hour because it's both contrast. Until then, I'm gonna work more on rotten flesh. Alright, so now that flesh coat all dried up, and I've dry brushed the rest of the body with the same kind of color. Our next highlight is going to be 2 parts Celestra and 1 part green. Make the ultimate bright highlight. Alright, so now we're going to take it and just gentle, slight strokes across the flesh. Nothing too crazy. Just to pick out the flesh from the bones. Not much of a difference, but in a better lighting, it would be. after that dried, we're going to now take an even lighter pink highlight. And then just do the same thing we did earlier. A lot of his technique is simply repetition. You just gotta go lighter this time. Like much lighter. You want to just barely graze the surface of the mini. Almost like an incredibly light dry brush. Now with that highlight done, we are on to the next bit of our thing, which is simply just a dark red shade of, or a shade of Carroburg Crimson, or a really watered down Blood Angels Red. Your choice, but I'm gonna go with probably Carroburg Crimson here. And then after that dries, it'll be a coat of Blood for Blood God, which I'll also show you after I get done with the coat. Alright, so next up, we are going to mix Carroburg Crimson and Blood Angels Red. Yes, I just mixed them both. And apply them to the flesh. And since it's a shade and a contrast paint mixed, it'll just smooth on to there. Look at it. All our textures and highlights are going through. It's making the perfect slick muscle look. Now the final step of our Rotten Flesh is taking Celestra Gray with a tiny hint of that green and just highlighting all the rough edges. Like so. All the tears, all the low edges. And look at how those pop. Amazing Rotten Flesh right there. And now I'll get back to the muscle as soon as the paint dries. And with that, our flesh and muscles are done. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, view, and God bless. Thank you all. Bye.